weekend, the latest shark movie, The Meg, hits theaters. That means today we're going to dive into the deep end and we're going to rank all 4 Jaws movies from the worst to the best. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Chandler, and I started this channel because I love to talk about movies so much. I was kind of driving my friends and family just a little bit crazy talking about movies a bit too much. And if you like to talk about movies more than the people around you, you probably belong here. One of the reasons I knew I married the right person is because Jaws is my wife's favorite movie, and so I'm very excited to talk with you about it today, and I'd love to talk with you about it down below in the comment section. So please share your rankings. Tell me which ones you love, which ones you hate, and which ones are so bad they are good, because this franchise has some interesting movies inside of it. Now, before I give you my take on the movies, here's what they had to say over at Rotten Tomatoes. We're going to go in reverse order on this one. In first place is Jaws with 97%. You got to wonder who that 3% is that didn't like Jaws. In second place is Jaws 2 with 57%. In third place is Jaws 3 with 11%. And coming in last place is Jaws the Revenge with 0%. Just stop and think about that. In the 31 years since this movie came out, not one professional critic has given it a positive review. They really took a bite out of that one. With all that said, let's get started. Coming in last place is Jaws the Revenge. This is truly an abysmal film and the type of movie that gave sequels a bad name for a very long time. This movie has one of the most shockingly stupid premises of a film of all time, in that it centers around the shark getting revenge on the Brody family by eating Brody's son and then following his wife from Massachusetts down to the Bahamas. Add to that, there's implications that Ellen Brody might sort of have a psychic connection with the shark, and she's having visions of the shark throughout the film. This movie's so out of touch with reality that the tagline on the poster is, "This time it's personal," referring to the shark. But the unforgivable part is it's not so bad it's good. It's just so bad it's unbelievably boring, because it plays all of this with a totally straight face. And when you've got actors like Michael Caine giving a serious performance in an unbelievably stupid film, it's just unwatchable. The next two are actually a little bit tricky for me to rank because I think one is a better made film and the other one is the more entertaining film. For the sake of this video, I decided to rank them based off of which one I'm more likely to rewatch, so I went with entertainment. So coming in third place is Jaws 2. Now, this isn't a terribly made movie, but by trying to copy the serious tone of Spielberg's original, the director really bit off more than he could chew. Which isn't surprising since this movie was directed by the director of Supergirl. The movie rehashes a lot of the same beats and city politics as the original film, with the mayor not believing Brody, and this really starts to strain credibility at a certain point in time because it plays all of it with a totally straight face. But what really kills this movie for me is the absence of Quint and Hooper. Brody by himself just isn't that interesting of a character, and the end result is a movie that's just way out of its depths. Before I give you my top 2, be sure to give me your ranking down below in the comment section. Also, after this video, I put together a playlist of my top 5 ranking videos of franchises from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Be sure to check that out after this video. Our runner-up is Jaws 3, or Jaws 3D as it was originally titled. Now, this isn't a good movie, but it's a movie that's fun in how audaciously bad it is at times. And a lot of that comes back to they made the movie in 3D to play up the resurgence of the 3D gimmick in the early 80s, and that leads to a bunch of hilariously goofy shots in the movie. While I can't defend this as great cinema, it is a ton of fun to watch with a group of friends, and in a lot of ways it set the template for the movie Jurassic World, in that it involves a shark getting loose at SeaWorld and eating people. And part of what makes it a very watchable sort of bad movie is the cast. You got Dennis Quaid, Leah Thompson, Louis Gossett Jr. This is totally a guilty pleasure movie for my wife and I, and easily it's the sequel that we watch the most. But easy Easily and obviously coming in first place is the original Jaws. Spielberg took what could have been a schlocky movie about a shark eating people and crafts one of the greatest thrillers of all time. And there's 3 reasons for that. First off, the amazing score that's wonderfully used throughout the entire film. Second, Spielberg meticulously directs every single scene in this entire movie. You always know exactly what Brody is thinking because of the little details of the way the shots are framed, of the little actions that they have Brody taking in each moment. It wonderfully communicates so much about what the characters are thinking without having to say it. And finally, you have an amazing set of characters that balance each other out. Whether you're talking about Brody as the family man that's a sheriff on an island that doesn't like the water, or the lively characters like Hooper and Quint that have their bantering and their different worldviews. All this comes together to make a movie that's thrilling, it's funny, it's emotionally satisfying, and it's one of the best movies ever made. Speaking of best things ever made, be sure to check out that playlist right over there of my 5 best rankings of franchises from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. These are some of my favorite movies ever made. If you like this Jaws ranking, you'll probably like that playlist. Be sure to check it out, and thank you so much for watching.